Well, hello. Come on in. I am going to be sharing. I need to know who's in and who's on. We're going to party tonight, but we've got to do it together. All right, let's see here. We're going to get all of our panelists on and popping. Who can see me? Hello, somebody. Let me know if you can see me. There we go. There we go. Hello, hello. Come on in. We're coming on. We're live on Facebook and we're coming. You're upside down, Sheba. There you go. And everybody should be unmuted. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Technology only made us 3 minutes late. How about that? All right. So now I need to know, somebody get on Facebook and make sure we're seen, because we don't want to talk to ourselves. So it should be on my page. Come on in. We are going to get started. Let's see here. All right. Let me see, can I see any chats? If you can see us and hear us, chat with us. I see us on Facebook. Hey, hey, we are here. All right. Well, I'm sure some folks will jump on. We're about to have a Facebook party. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
We are doing the doggone thing in 2018. We're not playing. Okay. I want to make sure we're going to do a check. Siobhan, can I hear you? Can you hear me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sheba, can you hear me?
What'd you say?
Bathsheba.
Hey.
You heard me, though. I can tell you heard me. We got more folks coming in. Christina, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we about to have a party. Hey there, Novena, can you hear me? Nope, you got to unmute yourself. We almost heard you. That's why I'm doing checks. That's why we do checks. Almost. While she's doing it, Sherry, can you hear me? All right. So everybody is in the house. There might be a couple of other people that jump on in a little bit. Hello, Facebook. We have worked it out. Technology only took us a couple of minutes out of the way, but we are here and happy to be here. Real Women is in the house at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Wow.
Yes. So we are here. I was trying to figure out what music to play, but I'm singing my own song right now. Just really excited about all that is happening with us. We've got so much to share with you, and we don't want to keep you long. We are going to record this so that we can play it back for you later for those of you who are going to hear it later. But this is literally the State of Real Women address, and we would not be stuffy and staunch like you would see a normal address. We're going to have a little fun with it if that's all right. But it gives you an opportunity to hear some things that are happening with real women. And so we're excited to be here with you. And I thought, why don't we bring as much of the crew as we can get, right? So we're going to all be talking together. This is an opportunity for you to hear about a ton of things that are happening with real women, for you to ask questions. So we're looking for you to communicate with us in the chat. And right now, I'm trying to look at both. I'm trying to look, hold on, at Facebook, and I'm trying to look at, hold on, you're going to be able to hear me talking to me. There we go. I can see the Facebook comments. And team, if you can also look at the Facebook comments, because so far they're not coming up on Zoom, but they are on Facebook. So we can see y'all. Hello there, Ebony and Esther and Favor and Ebony. We got some folks up here, Tori and Claire. So keep talking, keep sharing. We need you to share. We're going to be up here for the next 30, 45 minutes or so. And so please share, let somebody know we're here, because we do have a ton of new stuff to talk about. And we want to make sure as many people are here to learn about us and ask questions as possible. So which one of us on the team has the Facebook comments up? Give me a wave.
I do.
Okay, good. So we're going to deem Christina. Interrupt me anytime if you see some questions popping up. Okay. Or something interesting that we need to like throw out there for everybody to hear. Okay. I want to start with team introductions, and we're really not big on a whole bunch of titles and all of that. We're just really all a big team, and no big I's, no little U's. We all just kind of make things happen. But I would love for everybody who's on right now, and there are others of us who are on the team that just have other commitments tonight. And this wasn't even a requirement. I was just like, let's pop on. And so for those who could make it, would love for you to just tell who you are. And then, one interesting thing about yourself, putting you on the spot. One interesting thing quickly about yourself. And of course, we're starting with Siobhan.
So my name is Siobhan Carter. I am, one interesting thing I would say, I love to eat. I love who loves me.
Yes, you do with your itty bitty self. You love to eat. All right, Sheba down there. Yes, ma'am. Bathsheba.
I am Bathsheba, and I am thinking about I'm actually signed up for a Taekwondo trial class. So
woo! That's gonna be cool.
Sheba.
Yes.
Taekwondo.
I don't know. I was gonna say, I hope I'm not being disrespectful by saying, girl, you about to learn karate. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, thank you. And Christina. You're next, Christina. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
With your diva hair. Go ahead, girl.
I'm gonna do it myself right now.
Y'all see.
I am a PK, and I am all of that PK. So yeah.
I hear you. Some folks up here know what that means. All right, Sherry, give it to us.
Sorry, y'all. You know what I am with this technology. I had to unmute myself. Sherry. Stop laughing at me. So interesting fact about me. I like to release my inner Beyonce by participating in Mixed Fit.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that
She's
is your inner Beyonce.
Down, but I let her out. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you got to let her out sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, that was a good one. Vina. Hey, Novena.
Hey. One thing that I like to do is I like to write.
Ooh.
I love
That's good. Yeah, we're going to be talking about some writing tonight too. That's good, Vina. Okay. Well, my name is Trinace Richardson, and we might have some other folks join us a little later. I am the founder and CEO of Real Women, and we exist to create safe spaces for women to do real work on themselves. And we actualize that, like it's real work that we end up doing on ourselves. And we do that through monthly sister circles. We've been doing them local, and we're going to talk a little bit about the fact that we're going virtual as well with our sister circles. But we also host intensives, and you may have seen, you're welcome to go to our Real Women Facebook page. You've seen some of our pictures. We host in-person, live, as well as virtual settings to help women personally develop. We believe that we have seen it happen over and over again, that we can help women connect with other women in meaningful ways, grow their confidence in who they are and who they are designed to be and what they're designed to do, and then become a catalyst of positive change in their own life and the lives of others. And so we are certain by the growth that has taken place in our lives and the growth that we've seen taking place in other people's lives, that this is something that we cannot keep to ourselves. And so we are here not for our own, aggrandizement. We're not trying to just be out there because of ourselves. We are here because we want to help as many women as possible experience the growth that we have experienced. And so we are a safe place. We are a non-judgmental place, because we believe that if we start from a safe place, that's where we're able to really be ourselves. And it's when we're able to really be our best selves, flaws and all, that our best self emerges. And so thank you for being here with us. I wanted to just ask if you would not mind just sharing this with whoever you know needs to hear some encouraging words and some exciting things that are happening this year for women. Like us and follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We send out encouraging things all the time. Go to our website, realwomenrock.org. We'll be talking about that in a minute. And we will send you emails and newsletter updates about things that are happening. We have an incredible blog post that comes out on a regular basis. You want to see that. And we have so many things planned for this year. So please make sure that you tune in for that. So we want to hear from you. And in order for you to do that, you've got to stay connected with us. I want to first just throw out, before we start telling you all of these things, there are women up here who have been with Real Women like almost from the very beginning. And there's some who just come on a few months ago. And so if any of you were in mind on the team, and those of you who are in the chat on Facebook, that I see some Real Women in the house, Deborah, all of y'all, just in the chat, if you wouldn't mind sharing. I'm asking the question of all of us, but especially to start one of the team members. Why are we different and unique? Like, what do you think sets us apart? Because there are tons of women's things happening. There are tons of things going on for women. Why do you think we are different and unique, and why women should connect with us? Anybody want to go first?
I like to go first, please.
Please.
So I think we're different because of our transparency. This is a space that we get so real and honest and transparent about our lives. And I know for me, I've never seen that anywhere else. Like, we take the mask off and we share for real.
I totally agree with you. Even when it hurts.
Yeah, I second Siobhan.
Yeah.
That's what's real true about it. You're not being preached to. Mm-hmm. It's not sessions where somebody's just talking at you. You're talking with somebody. You're sharing the experience with somebody, which is different than something I've seen before.
Yeah. A lot of church services or women's groups, you end up going to hear a speaker or a presenter and maybe ask a couple of questions real quick in the last 10 minutes beforehand, but it really is engaging the whole time.
Hey, Nikki.
Yep, go ahead.
Deborah said, because we are willing to share and tired of hiding.
Yes. Yeah. It's exhausting. Oh my God. It's exhausting trying to act like everything is okay. Anybody else want to go?
I would just say that that authenticity and authenticity is held sacred. So it's a no judgment zone, and that's something that we protect. So that makes it completely different from a whole lot of other organizations, not just churches.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Protect. I love that. Go ahead, Vina.
Yeah, I'd also like to add, not only is it authentic and the ladies are transparent, it's good to listen to other people's perspectives. And I just gain so much more just listening to how others are handling just different situations.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps me make better decisions.
That's good. Because we are sharing so openly, we get the opportunity to hear how other people are dealing with things, and it helps us realize we're not by ourselves.
That's right.
And to get some help. Go ahead, Christina, I saw you.
I was trying to catch up on them. Lisa says it's judgment free. Dana said it's authentic. Transparent, non-judgmental, loving, supportive, real. Note is off topic. Nothing is off the topic.
That's right.
Yeah, that was Lynette. Tori's up here, y'all. Tori's here.
Hey, Tori.
Go ahead, Sherry.
And I just want to add to what Navina and everyone else is saying. As far as reciprocity, whether you're a facilitator or like Nikki in your position as a founder, each of us, we give and also receive. So despite of the position, your titles, I just feel that when we come together, we have so much to learn from each other in a optimal sense. You know, a lot of times you go into other areas or other meetings or conferences and they'll say, oh, we're sharing, but this is truly a space that we truly share and we learn and we glean off of each other.
Yeah, that's really good. I totally agree. It's really I've heard so many of us say that they're a little selfish with their circle because it's, it's a place where you get to help others, but this is mine right here, Okay. So we good with the chat?
We have some more here.
Yeah, please. Go ahead, Christina.
Tori said, what I've experienced is that this group of women are actually positive without bringing one another down. Robin says we cry together. Ashley's on here.
Yay, Ash.
Facilitators and teachers share struggles and don't put themselves above anyone. We are facilitators. Feel free to be ourselves. We are facilitators that feel free to be ourselves also. Cynthia, because of your transparency, it causes you to get real with yourself. I need to put on glasses. Maria said,
you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. When you think you're alone, there's always a me too. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's really true. We'll let people keep sharing because I'm telling you, this is going to turn into a real women's session if we let it. And we're going to do more of those. So that's what we need to get into. There are so many new things happening this year that we wanted to just kind of put out there at the very beginning of the year to let you know so that you could look forward to it, so that you could share it with others. So we're going to give you a brief overview of some stuff really quickly, and then we're going to dig into some stuff. So we're going to be doing more of this, more Facebook Lives to give you a sneak peek of what it's like to be in a Real Women Sister Circle. We know that there are those of you up here who live in Georgia and New Jersey and New York and other parts where we don't have a physical sister circle yet, but wait for it. We're coming to you. But until then, we'll be able to talk virtually because we believe that as long as we're authentic and transparent and all the things that the ladies have said already, we can have that kind of space even virtually. And so we want to make sure that we give you the space to understand what it's like to be with us so that as soon as we're in your area or as soon as we announce a paid virtual space, you'll know that it's worth your time and energy. We have more Real Women Sister Circles coming up in physical locations. We have a newly designed website. Somebody say thank you to Siobhan Carter. We have a newly designed, so stop where you are right now. Don't get off of us, but on something else. Go to realwomenrock.org because we are lifting our hands at the beach on that page, having a blast. There's so many new and exciting things for you to experience there on the website. We've got new benefits for all of our All Access members. So many have invested in this first year of community with us. And as a result, we're growing and we're learning from our community the kinds of things that we want to do to grow together throughout the year. And so we'll be talking about that in just a little bit. We've got new topics for monthly sister circles. Oh yeah, you got the website up. That is so cool. We've got, ain't she on it? New sister, isn't she on it? New sister circles coming. Young adult, real women. Hello, young adults. So if you are in the young adult age, we just all remember not all of us are still young adults. Those people are not young adults anymore.
What's the age group?
Go ahead, Sheba. Tell what the age group is. Now you about to put me out there, Siobhan. Go ahead.
18 to 30, occasionally we accept those who want to filter in, like, a little bit outside of that 30, but not outside of 35. So.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, so that 18 to 30-ish range is the age group, but we have so many exciting things coming up for that community. And I think one of the biggest things, and we're going to talk about this a little later, is that when I'll speak for myself, in my late teens, 20s, and 30s, I really needed some older women in my life to just real talk with me about some stuff that was going on in life. So we won't just have the young adults in community by themselves. We are going to be in community with you as well, just to make sure that we're there for mentoring and anything that you need from us. But it is a young adult who is spearheading everything, so she'll do things y'all's way. So we'll talk about it a little bit in a second. We have a new book. So we have so many things happening brand new. I wanted to first start with what is closest and dearest to my heart, is that we are moving into nonprofit status in 2018. And it's just, starting as a small business, a sole proprietorship, all of that stuff. Those of you who are looking to do some exciting things in your lives know what I'm talking about. Just starting off small at the very beginning to make sure that everything was done the right way. Now we recognize that we can be of better service to women of all ages as long as we are nonprofit, because what it allows us to do is, for those of us who can afford to be in community the way that we have it set up, awesome. But there are those of us who can sponsor women. And there are some women who just need to know, I need to be in community and I can't afford to do it. And so we have kind of done a full circle around where we, for so many years, were in a library or in a recreation room and just had the donation bowl at the back of the room and said, please give $1. So we've grown to the point where we now know that we can be of service to everyone, because there are those of us who are willing to invest in ourselves. And for those who don't have the resources to, we're able to help them do that, and we'll be able to gather funds to do that. So really excited about that, because we'll be able to do that in addition to mentoring young adults, which falls under that nonprofit status. And we'll be able to help and support organizations like Lifestyles of Maryland. I don't know if Sandy is out here, but shout out to Sandy. Happy birthday. So we'll be able to support a lot of important initiatives. And so we are going to be more service oriented going into 2018. For those of you who are at the Winter Intensive in Alexandria, if you could just give a shout out on the chat. Hey, Sandra, just give a shout out on the chat, and all of us were here. Just tell us you were on there in the chat, because you witnessed a young adult telling us that we need to make sure that we are reaching back and sharing with the young women in our lives. And so, yeah, please jump in.
I'm sorry. Somebody asked, is there a group for young teens, 13 to 17 in the near future?
Yeah, so glad you asked. So a couple of things. In fact, there are a couple of women that I saw their names scrolling through. I'm not looking at all of them, but we have connections with phenomenal young women. I don't know if is Taj up here? I didn't see her, but we have connections with women who are who are really helping and develop young women, young girls, teenage girls. And so we'll start there with partnering with organizations just to make sure that our focus is laser-like, and that we do what we do well. Because honestly, we are unfiltered when it comes to kind of how we do what we do. And then we still want to make sure that we give back. So I don't think we should reinvent the wheel. I think we should partner with some really good, strong organizations that are working with women, with young girls. And that's where we'll start to answer that question, Christina. Anybody want to jump in? Okay. Keep interrupting me, please. I'm going to ask a couple of questions soon, but I wanted to make sure I got as much of this, just the logistics of what we plan on doing, to you all. We're about building sister circles. It really is the focal point of what we're doing, which is why I was talking about that laser focus, because there's so many things that we could be doing, right? But we have to respect the lane that God has us in. And we have seen life transformation happen in our sister circles. Like, we have literally spoken things that we want to see happen, or prayed for people, or just been affirming of things that we wanted to see happen, and they have happened as a result of us being in that circle together. We have seen people grow from not wanting to talk or share, just being closed and not open at all, to now leading and facilitating and being really out there ready to be a catalyst of change for other people. So that growth process happens in sister circles, and that's why that's our focus. So we have 2 sister circles now. Shout out to PG County, Maryland. PG. Every second Saturday, PG County is meeting at the Pure Euphoria Wellness Center. Shout out to Candace Camille, the wellologist. We are in her space every second Saturday at 11 a.m. And we also are in Hampton Roads, Virginia on 4th Saturday. HR? What? You doing the signs? So I wanted to leave space really quickly for you all to just talk about what makes your sister circle, like what happens in your sister circle. Maybe one of you all can talk about just the nature of what happens in a sister circle. And then if one of you all can tackle a little bit about the My One Word journey that people can look forward to in January. Which one do you want?
I want the one word.
Okay. So Sherry, just what is, that's perfect, right? So what can we expect coming to a sister circle? Can you describe sort of the experience in a nutshell?
Well, it has to do with a lot of what we've talked about as pertains to Real Woman overall. So to expect a lot of transparency, just women meeting, like I said, each other, leaving the titles, positions at the door, and meeting each other heart to heart. And I just like to say that I've said it before, but I truly believe in our sister circles. It's like grace actualized. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your experience is, it is almost that we meet each other heart to heart with open arms, with a listening ear, non-judgmental, and just helping each other, not giving advice, not telling each other what to do, but sharing our experiences, sharing our failures, sharing our triumphs, sharing our pains, sharing our victories, and in hopes of, again, gleaning for one another and helping each other walk hand in hand through our journey.
Mm-hmm. That is so good. And because you're at Hampton Roads, Sherry, we just had my good girlfriend from a long time ago, my baby girl, Natasha, just ask about where you meet and then how to become a member. I'll cover the how to become a member, but can you talk a little bit about where you meet and what time and space and all of that?
Yes. So right now we're meeting at the Rivercrest Community Center. That's in Chesapeake, off of Riverwalk Drive. We meet at 1 p.m. Each 4th Saturday. Last year we were meeting on the 2nd Saturdays, but this year we're meeting on 4th Saturdays of each month at the Rivercrest Community Center.
So January 27th coming up in a couple of weeks. Natasha and anybody in and around Hampton Roads, Norfolk, Suffolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, we're there, and you're close enough. I'm from Chesapeake, so I know you can travel to Chesapeake on a Saturday at 1:00 and get together with some real authentic women. It will be worth your time. In January, you don't have to worry about a fee at all. Just come, be our guest, and experience it. I'm going to explain in just a couple of minutes what it means to be a part of our community ongoing. But you can always come as a guest for a first time to our sister circle. So if you've never been, that's why you're asking the questions, and that means you can come and just experience it. Those who have been get a little bit of briefing when they're there. So just come to Rivercrest on January 27th, and if you're in Hampton Roads. And this coming Sunday, if you're in the DMV, you'll want to make your way to the Pure Euphoria Wellness Center in Fort Washington, January 13th at 11 a.m. Go for it.
Oh, you said Sunday. I just wanted to make sure they don't show up on Sunday.
Don't come on Sunday. Come on Saturday. Saturday, January 13th. If you come on Sunday, Candace will be at church and the doors will be locked. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about the one word journey. And what that means is we're going to walk you through the process of determining and defining for yourself what that one word is that you're going to live by in 2018. So I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's not a resolution. It's not all about doing. It's really coming from your core. Who are you choosing to be, and what word will help you to define who that is for you, and that everything else will flow from that. So we're excited about it. We got a lot of activities for you to help create that one word.
Mm-hmm. And you will experience both topics at both locations. So no matter where you are, you won't miss anything. Plus, we have a little virtual surprise for those who are in our all access membership. And so that's what's happening January 13th and January 27th on Saturdays. But you can find out all of this information at realwomenrock.org. You just go there and look up our calendar. Everything is up there. Feel free to go there to get the information. That's where we currently are. We're currently in PG County and Hampton Roads. But like I said, we want this access to be wherever a woman is, she's able to come, because we have had women come from Georgia and New Jersey just for the weekend to come to one of our sister circles, and you are welcome to do that. But we want to make sure that we make ourselves available to you where you are. And we have experienced such life change. We know that every woman can benefit from it. So we're coming to where you are. We are gearing ourselves up to train enough facilitators to have sister circles across the country and abroad. And we literally mean that. Like, I'm a Delta, shout out to sororities. And I can go anywhere in the world and find a chapter, literally. That's what Real Women is all about. We are literally going to have sister circles everywhere. And we are making ourselves available to you virtually until that happens. And we'll talk about that in a minute. We're already planning to gear up a sister circle this year in Northern Virginia and maybe Baltimore. So we're strengthening our sister circles in the DMV and in Hampton Roads. But in order to grow, we need connectors and facilitators. Somebody just put hashtag connectors, hashtag facilitators in the chat, please. We need connectors and facilitators. This is not a one-woman show. This is not a one-team show. There are no big I's, no little U's around here. In order for women to grow, women need to be connected. We do not grow in isolation. And so in order for that to happen, connectors help us establish a presence in a local community by helping us find a local space to meet and getting a minimum of 5 to 10 women in a room. I don't live in Colorado, but I know somebody who does. And that woman has been having conversations with us about, this is where I know we can go. And this is, I can get 5 to 10 women in a room really easily. And there we have an open house sister circle ready to roll. That's what we do to start the experience in a new area. And so we are in contact with potential connectors in California, in Colorado, in Delaware, in North Carolina, in Tokyo, Japan. Hello, somebody. We are going global. So, yes. So we already have those conversations being had. What you have to do is you have to go to the website, and you will see in the website on the home page, it'll just say, help us start a sister circle in your area. You go there, fill out that form, and a huge benefit to you doing that is I'm going to talk about the All Access membership in just a second. You become an All Access member lifetime if we start a sister circle in your area. That is like amazing, considering all that we give throughout the year. And so consider us being, I see some connector hashtags, yes. And if you would just, you don't have to have any expenses on your end. We'll cover everything. You just need to be able to help us find a space because you live in that area, low to no cost space, and 5 to 10 women in a room. And then we connect with you. And I don't know, Sheba, do you want to say anything about how the conversations have been going, or what you see it looking like to be a connector? Anything you want to share about that?
Well, the conversations have been going pretty well. Right now, there's conversation with someone in Colorado. We also have someone out in this area who wants to start a sister circle, and we formalized the process for connectors. And so I would definitely say that benefit of becoming a lifetime member is tremendous. And a lot of people are just really excited and wanting to bring real women into their area. And so in those conversations that I've had, people have been like, oh, this is awesome. I've been waiting for something like this. So I definitely want to be a part. So I want to say to those of you who are considering becoming a connector, definitely take the time out to do that. And we'll be sure to follow up with you all. All you have to do is shoot us an email at info@realwomenrock.org. Say you're interested, and we'll be sure to follow up with all the information that's necessary.
Yay! So you have 2 different ways that you can reach out to us. You can go straight to the website. You can go to, and if somebody can put our email address in the chat, that would be great. info@realwomenrock.org. That's always how you can reach out to us. We will get right back to you. So that's one way you can help us grow, connecting us in your area as a connector. And then facilitators, and Novena, I'm coming to you next. Facilitators are trained women who are certified. Somebody say certified.
Certified.
Yes. Certification is a serious deal right now. Every, 4-year degrees are all right. Sometimes master's degrees, doctorates take longer. It took me 10 years. But a lot of times, all you need is a certification to say, I know what I'm doing because somebody has laser focused, taught, and trained me in this area. So we are training women to help facilitate the discussions and the activities of the local and virtual sister circles. So you're not just going to be in a circle, because as you know, we're trying to go all over the place, me individually, or Siobhan or Nefertiri or Sherry. We can't be all over the globe, right? So we have to train some women to be like-minded. And for those of you who are in the Real Women community already, and you have experienced Siobhan, and you've experienced Sherry, and you've experienced Sheba, and you've experienced Kia and Ashley, and all of our facilitators who have already been trained, if you wouldn't mind putting something in the chat and just speak some life, because they are just awesome and incredible. But it's because we have all gotten together and said, this is what we know about what works, and this is what we're going to do. And we're not going to venture outside of what, you can sit in a space and we know how to eat the meat and take away the bone and say it was okay, but what we really want is for something that we walk away and we're like, wow, did that really just happen? And did I connect with those people in the room like that? That's what happens in our sister circles. And we help train you to do that. to have an interactive and an engaging session, and where you're not the focus, you're not the speaker, you're not the presenter, you're not the teacher, you are facilitating a discussion. We will train you on how to do that, and we are starting the training next Sunday. Our very next facilitator training it only lasts 3 weeks. We've done it before where we've gone as long as 3 months, but we know how to do it in a shorter amount of time. Still the same amount of time, just over a shorter amount of weeks. But you get 3 90-minute sessions with us, live webinar style. And we pour into you everything we know about hosting effective facilitator groups. And it's not just something you do if you want to be over women's groups. If you want to do a better job facilitating on your job, if you want to do a better job in your ministry at church, if you want to create authentic experiences where the people feel engaged and feel like they're a part of something that's happening and not just spectating, then you want to be a part of this training. And so I wanted Novena, because she just went through it recently, and Sherry, you can speak up too if you want, but to speak a little bit as to what you experienced and why you would recommend it to somebody, if you don't mind, and anybody in the chat who's experienced it as well. Rhonda, I see is up here.
Rhonda's
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed the training that was provided, and I guess the main thing that I was looking for was how to contain or how to present the information that I have. And one thing I love about the facilitators is I remember the messages that they brought and how they presented. I found it amazing. I can just have visuals in my mind about how Siobhan presented with the baggage, and how Bathsheba presented with the waters and the flowing and the stream, and it in the anchor with Ashley, and the lion and the courage with Sherry, and just how Kia presented. And I'm just amazed by how that happens, and I want to be a part of that. And I need to learn how to I needed to learn how to speak and how to present. And I thought this was a wonderful forum for us to get together.
You brought up something that I think is so important. The fact that creativity is such a big part of, I think, what we do, so that we sit down and do a lot of interactive discussion and conversation. But I think what makes it really key is we're like, okay, let's use our imagination. How can we bring this to life? How can we make this come alive and make a connection that sticks? And that literally is a part of what we train you on. So thank you for sharing that. Anybody else want to say anything, or did you see anything you want to talk about, Christina, about the facilitator training?
Well, Rhonda just said powerful women giving of themselves, and facilitator training is amazing.
Cool. Yeah. So we want you to consider that. And if you want to do that, again, easy step. All you got to do is go to the website. There is a link on the website that it literally says how to become a Real Women Certified Facilitator. And so you go there, you click on the link, there's a form for you to fill out, and there's information there about the investment. All of that information is there for you. So please go to the website and email us with questions if you want to email us at info@realwomenrock.org. So the question has been asked in the chat, and in these last few minutes, I wanted to make sure that I talked about what our All Access membership is and a couple of things that are coming up in January that we need you to come to. We already talked about our sister circles, but we got to end on this book note. That's what we have to end on. And so we want to talk about All Access membership, because I believe that there is a difference between just seeing our posts on Facebook or experiencing these Facebook Lives periodically when we're up here, maybe getting an email from us because we have your email address. I believe there's a big difference between that and being an All Access member. And so I'm going to ask if you are an All Access member in the chat, if you could talk about the difference for yourself of being an All Access member, what difference that has made for you. I know some of my All Access sisters are still in here, so if you don't mind doing that, putting it in the chat so that some women can see what you're experiencing and what the difference is to you. And then I'm going to ask if anybody up here on the team wants to share what you think the difference is between, you know, just I'm checking in with real women. I'm seeing what's on the, oh, that was a good post. That I'm gonna share that one. Or the newsletter. Oh, I might go to that. Let me see if I want to go to that. Versus being a part of our All Access membership community. What does that look like? Anybody want to share?
I will.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sisterhood. It's literally we are checking on each other on Facebook. We have our own little community where we know things that each other are going through, from surgeries to different things going on, and we ask each other to hold each other accountable for certain things, for exercise, and just it's a sisterhood. It's a group of people that you aren't just connecting with once every so often. You're connecting weekly, daily, some of them, and people that will hold you accountable and will actually pray for you, will hold your hand, will support you. It's a sisterhood. That's the best way to explain it. It's a true sisterhood.
That's good. Anybody else?
I would say it's also connection, because you get connected to a group of women, like you said, in a sisterhood, but also it brings about transformation because you're so connected. Like, you change. You can't be around women in this capacity and just sharing and being so open and not change yourself. So I know for me, it's been a transforming experience like no other.
Yeah, that's good. Christina, I know, do you mind? A couple of them I saw. Did I catch you off guard?
Yes, hold on.
No, it's no worries. I got it. I think I got it.
Cynthia said it is a family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shoulder to lean on. It is never being alone.
Mm-hmm.
The webinars are amazing. Buffy, checking up on one another is the key.
Mm-hmm.
I love that this is not a social group in a sister circle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, and we
That
do
was from
have.
Shanti.
Yeah, let me say something about that, Shantae. Thank you for saying that, because we do have fun. Now, we do have fun. We laugh. We dance. We love to dance. We love to eat. And so we have a lot of fun. We mess with each other about stuff. But this is not the place you go to do your networking and to find out how to grow, your business from 6 figures to, whatever, all of that. And I believe that all of that other success are byproducts. And we are doing more practical focus on real things that we're dealing with. Like we're really honing in on some things this year. But I have to say that we do real work. Like we keep tissue boxes on hand because we're trying to go places other groups don't go. So thank you for that, Shantae. Sometimes it's exhausting for some people, and we just have to put out there, we do laugh, we do have fun, but we're also going to go there. We're not afraid to go there. So you got to be ready for that, and if you're not ready, you're going to feel like it's too much. We team too much, but
Natasha had a question, Nikki.
Yeah, go ahead.
She wanted to know, how many members do we have and how long have we been established?
Yes, great question. So I'm trying to stop telling the story, and I'm gonna make sure I'm not really long-winded with it, Natasha, but we started in 2013 informally because I really felt a need to connect in a real way after major breakdowns emotionally in my own life. I wanted to connect with some women in a real, authentic way. And I just really didn't feel like I could do life by myself anymore. So we started meeting in community centers and libraries, and I just, whosoever will come, and it really technically started off as a Bible study. But I knew it was supposed to be something different than that. So it grew from 2013 to 2015. We were in different places, but it grew. And in 2015, I really just kept hearing, like, this is supposed to be bigger than just this area, these folks, like, we're supposed to be bigger than this. And in order to do that, we have to grow and invest in ourselves. I had to start investing in it as a business, and I needed others who were growing from it to invest in it as well. So in 2016, we had our very first intensive where we introduced ourselves as a formal membership community. And we had almost 80 women there. And as a result, we had a couple of dozen women become members right away as a result of us sharing. And that was in 2016. And since then, we have over 50 members. When all of us are together, it's over 50 members. And that is just since 2016, December of 2016. So from December 2016 until December 2017, we have over 50 members. And there are a couple of members who are like, I'm going to be right back with you, coming on a regular basis as soon as I get my school classes over with and all of those things. So of course that number goes up and down depending upon what people's lives look like. But what we know is that we are growing, and there are tons of women. We're looking to double our numbers and then quadruple our numbers. So thank you for asking that, Natasha. I did that better, y'all, right? It was a little more condensed. Okay, you got anything else for me, Christina? You good? You're muted, Pooh. You're muted. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Dana said, I've only been an All Access member since November, but after just one encounter, I knew that I needed to be a part of this sister circle with the ladies that are so real and transparent.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Dana. And what's so funny about that is whenever a woman says that, like how much we have done and the collective we have done for her, I can think of like in my head right at that moment, how that woman has helped me. Like that's just every single woman who says that. I'm like, but you don't know what you did in that circle for me when you spoke up, because you helped me. And the fact that it happens every single time. And so I really appreciate that, Dana. And just you being a part of this circle in this brief time has been a blessing to us, you and your baby girl who we got to surprise. Go ahead, Sheba.
Nikki, that 50 is just representative of our All Access members, right? We have virtual memberships as well.
Yes, thank you for that. So I need help in the area of accurately promoting ourselves. So we have a virtual membership of over 1,000 people. Did I forget to say that? Literally, our subscriber base is over 1,000 people, and those are not just women, mostly women, but people who have literally come onto our website and become. We have 2 levels of membership. When you'll see this when you go to the website, our virtual membership is free. You get and this is leading me to tell you all that you get access to right now. Our virtual membership is free. You get access to our newsletters, our blogs, which is really helpful. We get every month that we send it out, we get somebody saying, wow, I needed to hear this. We do periodic Facebook Lives like this, and you'll hear about those first. You'll be the first to know about them. We have a public Facebook page where we keep you updated. So being a part of us virtually means you get all of those things, and you get informed about things that are happening, and you can choose whether you want to invest in participating or not. But as an All Access member, you get all of that. But you also get attendance at all of our virtual and live sister circles. So I liken it to a gym. Like once you're a member of one of these large nationwide gyms, you can, if you pay the fee, you can go to any of them or all of them. You can go to any sister circle. So if you happen to be on travel, or if you want to travel to Hampton Roads, you can go to both every month if you'd like. And as we grow, wherever there's a sister circle, if you're an All Access member, you can attend those. We have a webinar series every year. And last year it was Real Women Get Free, and we got free. Man, we got baggage free, we got cage free, and we got shame free. And we charge for those, we charge for those for everyone else. But for our All Access members, you get access to those free of charge. It's included in your membership. We have a closed Facebook that Christina was talking about that is very different than our public Facebook. We are keeping up with birthdays. We are sharing the most personal stuff that's happening with us. We are sharing celebratory stuff. It's really a place where we keep the community and the connection going. But we also now have an enhanced membership portal where our members only, when you go to our website, you're going to see a members only link. And the only people who can get in there are the members, the all access members. And there's tons of stuff already in there, but we'll be adding to it throughout the year. Every single month, there'll be something new in there, resources, trainings, pictures. We've got blogs, a whole bunch of stuff in there. We've got conversations, discussion threads happening in there. And we have these private virtual sister circles that are going to happen now. So in the same way that we're experiencing each other, where we're all at home, but we're all experiencing each other right now, we're going to have a sister circle where we're going to talk about February 11th. I don't want to mess with Super Bowl. So February 11th, we're going to talk in a virtual sister circle about the one word journey. So you get the opportunity to come to PG if you can. You get the opportunity to come to Hampton Roads if you can. And if not, on February 11th, we're going to do it as a virtual all access family. All of that is under the guise of the membership. And there's so many other things. That's just the big list. So to become a member, you go to our website, you see the theme here, and you click on become an all access member to begin that process. The investment, you can choose to do it annually or you can choose to do it monthly. But I have not heard anyone complain yet about the investment because we give you absolutely more than you could ever ask. We host intensives at least once a year. And when we do those, our all access members get a special membership rate. And so we make all of that available to our all access members. And so let me know if there are any more questions that come up, Christina. We are coming up on the 8 o'clock hour, and I want to be respectful of people's time. So we have to talk about this book because we need you to come, and we need you to, like, literally, can somebody just put it in the chat? January 21st, in 2 weeks. We need you to come to Waldorf, Maryland, no matter where you are, to come celebrate with us, because how many of you out there have a book inside of you that you need to get out of you? And you've been talking about it and thinking about it for years, not months, not weeks, but years. That's where a lot of us sit. Like, we've been thinking about it, dreaming about it. It's something I will do one day, or I've been working on it, but putting it on the back burner. And we have this real live physical book now that so many of us have invested in creating. But the publishing company that put the book out there, our editor is Bathsheba Smith, and shout out to, if you need any editing done, to Bathsheba Smith and Cage Free Voices. But Purpose Publishing, we happen to have the owner and the CEO and founder of Purpose Publishing on here, who can talk about the book that she published as on behalf of Real Women. So can you kind of close us out with talking about this book, please?
Yes. So Real Women on a Journey, a traveler's guide for everyday life. It's a compilation of 7 authors, 7 of real women authors who just talked about their stories, like 1 or 2 pages of our stories, and just talking about how the things that we've gone through and how we got over it. And it has some questions at the end of each story for you to reflect and think about. And it's just us being real. You know, we're not the ones that has it all together, but we really want it to be honest and open about the things that we've gone through, and to let you know that you can go through it too, and to let you know that you're not alone. So we got together, we published it in 29 days with the help of all of our sisters. And so it has sparked just, all those, like Trinae said, who wanted to become authors, but maybe were dragging their feet or didn't know the process. Just being able to provide that opportunity has been amazing. So if anybody's out there and they desire to birth a book, please inbox me, Siobhan Carter, and I can help you do that, because Purpose Publishing is all about helping women share their stories. You have a story that needs to be heard. You went through things not just for yourself, but to bless other people. So, send me a note so that we can talk about that and publish your book or your story in 2018.
Please
Siobhan,
do that. Go ahead, Sheba.
Siobhan, what's your email address?
Yes, so you can just go to my website, www.purposepublishingcompany.com, or you can inbox me, Siobhan Carter, on Facebook.
Yes. Get your stuff out of you into the world to help somebody else. We hope to see you January 21st. 2
People
weeks
are
from
asking
now.
where.
Okay.
Where are they coming?
Yes. So Hampshire Center, and the street escapes me. Somebody put it in the chat. But it's in Waldorf, the Hampshire Center.
Hampshire Community Center. I think it's Hampshire Circle, 6006 Hampshire Circle, January 21st at 3 p.m., 3 to 5 p.m.
And we're not leaving you lost or hanging with any of this. Seriously, go to the website. Everything is on the website. If you go to the calendar on the website, you'll be able to see the dates and all of the information. If you go to our Public Real Women page, all of it has been there as well. We will try to keep everything before you on a regular basis to let you know what's happening, because this is what we believe. This is literally the State of Real Women address. So we're kind of giving you the logistics here, but what we want to do is start connecting with you in really authentic ways, because we do not believe that you get enough of this. We don't believe that you get enough authentic, non-judgmental, safe connection with other women. You may get some competition. You may get some judgment. You may get just isolation. You may not even be trying to connect with women in a sincere way. Believe me, I know what that's like. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt to prove it. Need to make a couple more apologies to some women that I've disconnected from in the past just because of my own jump. As a result of that, we are coming together to prove that women can connect and grow together. And so we'll be coming on Facebook Live more in the future to just connect with you in a real authentic way. We'll have topics up here, just teasers, so that we can push you to our community, because I'm telling you, the growth takes place together. And we've designed a community where growth can take place. You just have to connect with us, trust yourself, invest in yourself enough to do something different for yourself this year. Go for it, Christina.
Lisa said, I'm worth the investment. And Pam said, I invest in real women for me like I invest in my doctor for me.
Ooh, that is good. I know that's right. It has helped keep me sane and healthy. I will say that. And when I have found myself unhealthy, other people in my circle have been able to be a blessing to me. Somebody wanted to say something?
Can I add two things before we get off here?
Please.
First, I have 5%. So well, but that was not a part of the two things. So let me just be nice. I wanted to go back to the discussion about the virtual memberships and just say, for those of you who may be wondering, okay, out of the 1,000 virtual members we have, you may have heard Nikki say that not all of them are women. I don't want you to be worried and thinking that maybe males might show up at some time. That does not happen. But a lot of the men who are following or a part of the virtual community are suggesting real women to either their nieces, their daughters, their mothers, their, et cetera, like the women that are in their lives. And so we have also just garnered the interest and support of men outside of this body of sisterhood. And so the second thing I wanted to say is that, like with the book that Purpose Publishing has produced for real women, at the end of every chapter, not just for those of us who are interested in writing our own books, but those of us who really want to see some changes and transformations in our journey, or want to feel like there are other people on the journey with us, there are reflections at the end of each chapter to help you kind of capture the essence of what each real woman has incorporated into their piece inside of that journey of Real Women on the Journey book. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that,
That's
and
great.
that it's there for you as well, for you to be able to grow.
Yeah, that's good. It's a book that allows you to do some work while it's really a sister circle in a book, because you get to hear what's going on with us, and then we reach out to you to say, okay, as a result of this conversation we just had with you in writing, what are your thoughts and what can you be doing as a result? So thank you for that.
Hey, Nikki.
Yes, please.
I have a girlfriend that's online, but she texted me her question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not get lost with such a huge group of members? Which I think is a good question.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome question. One of the things just strategically that we talk about in the training, and we talk about it as a team often, that when we're in settings that the groups are larger, we break out into smaller groups. And so you may often be in a room with 30 women, right? Maybe 20 women, but we would have you pair up, or we would have you get in threes, and you don't ever have to say anything. You don't ever have to share. You can just listen. You can be a part, you can be a sponge soaking in everything. But for those who are more comfortable relating and connecting kind of one-on-one or in small groups, it really is an opportunity for you to break out and learn from and connect with some people. And this always happens when you're in person or virtually. You tend to hear something that somebody says and you're like, yeah, me too. Like somebody said earlier, me too. Or for real, like, I cannot believe you just said that. I've just been dealing with that, or I've just been talking about that. That's the person you're going to gravitate toward, right? So in a room of 30 people, you've just literally made a real connection with someone based on the sharing that's taking place. That happens all the time. So no matter how many people are in the room, because there's interaction happening, both in smaller groups as well as in the larger group with a whole lot of people sharing and talking, you get to connect with people in a real way. Anybody want to add to that? Okay, cool. Well, we thank you for sitting here with us for the time, or cooking dinner with us, or whatever you've been doing while you've been watching and listening. Thank you for being here. Please share this with other people. We have tons of other stuff that we could talk with you about, but we will be doing that in subsequent Facebook Lives. We really wanted to come on at the beginning of the year to let you know how excited we are about 2018, how we are creating more spaces for you to do real work on yourselves. And you don't have to do it by yourself. So we love you. Please check out our website, realwomenrock.org. We hope to see you January 13th at 11 a.m. in PG County, January 14th at the Certified Facilitators Training, January 27th at 1 p.m. at the Rivercrest Community Center, and January 21st in Waldorf at our book release party. We can't wait to connect with you live. And until then, we'll see you virtually. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.
See you later, ladies.
Love you.
Bye.